is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Back to the ground with Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up a throw. He's got Hurst, his tight end.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Gibson is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, another run with Taylor. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll field this at the 5. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll run with Gibson, and he is going to lose yardage here. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. This is taken at the 23. The danger of a punt that good? A 16-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run once more with Taylor. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jonathan Taylor with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's 2nd and 8. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws.
And this is taken in at the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. One more time with Gibson. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. They'll set up to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, Now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 4. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And that is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Jaguars will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man. Complete. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill, his second.
It's Week 17 of the 2024 season, and all eyes are on the Jaguars' towering tight end. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Jags and the Patriots. Just
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in Foxborough. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Jones looking to throw right away. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 73 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Jones. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Throwing, Jones. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. At the 25.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Jags get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, Jones. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Pierce hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Taylor is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
2nd and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New England's offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off play action. Jones. And his throw is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Jones on 3rd down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers at that situation, they really become magnified.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Give left side for Pierce. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Jaguars.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Jones now on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Patriots. Sky Moore, 34 yards. And the Patriots are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 70 yards. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New England trying to get a place on offense. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On second and very short, Jones gets the dump off to Pierce. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Jones, throwing on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back to throw again. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second.
From the 16, Jones got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll send you down the coast. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
On second and 11 now. Jones, connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
A gain of 10 brings up third and
Now Jones, off play action. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Justin Jefferson, 35 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Juwan Bentley there to get him down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones finding more on the out route for the completion. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw again. Complete. Jefferson the target. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Jones. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the right hash, this from 53. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
Back now in Foxborough. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36. A good pickup there, a 22. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's caught. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyreek Hill. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, and delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
55 rushing yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for New England. 43 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hand off left side, Pierce. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Looking to throw. Jones. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dameon Pierce. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. To throw is Jones. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. 23 yards on the play. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So now Jones and the Patriots down by 7. 70 seconds remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And he comes back with one complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Jones. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Gets this to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Jones. Complete, Valdez-Scantling. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock as he picks up maybe 8, and that's all. Here's Jones to throw. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Jones looking around. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Jones. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end,
It's Week 18 of the 2025.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Garoppolo. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Now here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few miss.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Vita Vea coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 27. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Jaguars at 13-3 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 70. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. To throw is Garoppolo. This is caught. Touchdown. Jamal Williams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. 23 yards the final tally. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Back to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jelani Woods from 4 yards out. And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And a Jelani Woods touchdown catch capped things off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. C.J. Uzomah, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman. Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not good.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Garoppolo, that'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw again on second down, Garoppolo. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Touchdown! Albert Okwuegbunam from 17 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. On second down, Williams. And some room to work. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At the Jaguars' 30-yard line.
From the 30 on second down, Garoppolo. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Jacksonville. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, Garoppolo. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Out of bounds down at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Garoppolo again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll just get rid of it.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Here we go with Williams. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
On the handoff, Taylor. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 4 yards out.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bills offense back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This one swung out to Williams.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Garoppolo on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Kupp.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now a dump off here complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. 37 yards.
And the Bills have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Okay, ready?
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up